What's up, guys? Today we are going to be talking about my insane Game Week 26 results and Game Week 27, plus a little bit of double Game Week 28, specifically looking at them double Game Week players and which ones you should be buying, even though there is basically hardly any you should be buying anyway. I think I'm going to be the guy that's saying Senesi is a must-own player for Game Week 27, then yeah, just click off the video already. So let's have a little recap of Game Week 26 before we go into anything else. So as you can see, my old rank was already pretty neat at 34k. Thanks to these amazing results, as it stands, I've gone up to 19k overall. That's still with Areola left to play. But I can imagine I'd actually go down in the ranks thanks to Tony or Regulon. Focusing on my team specifically, I had a couple of differentials in defence, okay? I had Castagna on 7 points, which was probably the luckiest 7 points ever. If you go back and watch his assist, literally bounced off of him. Like, I don't deserve those points, but I'm definitely going to take him. Then we also had Maguire on 6 points. And to be honest, you'd expect him to get more. He could have scored 2 or 3. So, you know, still good. A defender goal is very nice. We also need to talk about this differential captain play. And I was deciding between Saka and Haaland the entire week. Because I think Saka's the better option. But if it goes wrong and Haaland does insane, then I'm going to get shot down in the ranks massively. But thankfully, I stuck to my gut and it paid off, giving me an extra 5 points with that captaincy decision. Now, while Haaland is a great asset, I'm starting to think maybe with that 14.4 million, you could actually spend it better if you didn't own Haaland. Not saying people should sell him, but it's actually not a bad idea to run a team without Haaland at this point. Obviously, it seems like anyone who actually plays the game brought in Hwang Hee-chan. Sadly, he failed us. I mean, Sheffield United, they do play a deep, low block, and Hwang Hee-chan, he likes to play against the high lines, so I'm not too surprised. But he's got a lot of easy games coming up following Sheffield United, so I wouldn't read into it too much. It's still not a bad transfer. Foden did well. I mean, so many people have him at this point. It's like not insanely special. But yeah, the whole team is right here, guys. Here's what it looks like. For a blank game week, when most people couldn't even field a full 11, I think I've done quite well. Although I'm still pissed off at Pep Guardiola, because Man City kept a clean sheet. Good old Kyle Walker, who started nearly every game this season before I brought him, has been benched for yet another clean sheet. I could be even on a bigger green arrow than I already am. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. I've got enough points in defence through a bit of luck, so yeah, we can't complain. But yeah, that's all I've got left to say on the Game Week 26 results. It was a good week, and I think I'm headed in the direction for many more good weeks. Let's just hope we can continue this momentum. Now let's get into Game Week 27 and double Game Week 28 preparations, okay? So, now there's a lot of people claiming certain players are must-haves for double Game Week 28, and to be honest, the only actual must-have in double Game Week 28 is Solanke. There are other good options, which we'll go into in a bit, but the only must-have, the player you should definitely have in your team, Big Dom himself. Now, obviously, there is a game week in between now and double game week 28, but you should probably be using that game week to prepare for double game week 28 because you do want a few players there to play for you. Now, guys, if you're not free hitting in game week 29, make sure to save your transfers after the FA Cup results so you know who's playing and you know who you can transfer in. Luton, pretty much guaranteed to play almost. That's if Man United can beat Forest, which you would expect, and if Man City can beat Luton, which you would expect. I'm talking about the FA Cup with these matches. If those results do happen, which they should, Luton should play in blank game week 29 and double in double game week 28. So they could be very good assets to invest into. But we'll never truly know until after the midweek. If blank game week 29 doesn't matter to you, maybe you're using a free hit like me, then you could focus on them Bournemouth players. Specifically, my favourite two is Solanke and Neto. Okay? Now, I'm going to rank the best Bournemouth players to transfer in. I'm going to rank it in the top 4 because there really is only 4 players you should be even thinking about. I mean, for starters, okay, 90% of Bournemouth goals, they do come through Solanke. It is the case. There also is the factor that they could keep some clean sheets. I mean, they play against Sheffield United at home and Luton at home. There has to be at least one clean sheet in there. So players like Neto, who can also pick up save points and bonus points, he is a really good option in goalkeeper. And it's actually a good way to sell a shit goalkeeper if you're an Areola owner like me and you finally want an excuse to transfer out a goalkeeper. We can all finally do it. It's actually some really good news. On top of that, you have Senesi out of all the Bournemouth defenders, has the most potential for goal involvements. He doesn't have a lot. I wouldn't guess that he's going to get a goal involvement. In fact, I would bet against it. I really doubt it's going to happen. But if you want to get a Bournemouth defender, he is the one to go for. Finally, there is one more player I'd rank. This player I rank fourth, okay? It's Tavernier, right? He is not a must-have. He's Bournemouth's second best attacker. He doesn't get involved in much, especially with the expected data. But if you're looking for a triple up, then yeah, I guess you could go for Tavernier. But he's not even a top 3 option. It goes fourth, Tavernier. Third, it goes Senesi. I wouldn't recommend getting those two, especially for a hit, okay? Definitely don't bring those guys in for a hit. The top 2, I would argue, are really good to own. You have Neto in goal, not the Wolves player. Don't be silly. And then Solanke. Now, guys, do remember, after listening to all of my opinions, I am no expert, but I am doing quite well this year, so maybe my advice is good. And I do have access to a lot of stats. So that's what I use. But yeah, agree with me or disagree with me. Let me know what you think. This is a game of opinions after all. I could be incredibly wrong. I don't think I am, but I could be. Anyway, that just about wraps it up, guys. If you made it all this way, you probably didn't, but, who cares? Smash like. Drop a cool sunglass face emoji in the comments if you're a real one and you made it this far. Yeah.